at that. Now we're recording. We're on fire, rocking this. Let's see, I could spotlight that. So you get to look at this crazy hair. It's humid here in Wisconsin, so you get some wild and crazy hair today. But I just want to take a moment and say thank you for being here, for joining me in this masterclass saying, you're not tired, you're being drained. And you're going to get me all hyper and excited because this is how I am, right? Even in the evening, I still get hyper and excited. I do have some extra coffee just in case. We'll see how well I sleep tonight. It usually doesn't affect me, but we'll see how it goes. Um, but I'm just super excited to have you here. And even before we launch in, and we're going to cover lots of things. We have a half hour allotted for this class. I'm going to do my best to keep it within that half hour range, and we could talk afterwards, ask questions, answer questions, all that good stuff afterwards. But before we even hop in, I want to let you know that you are amazing, that you are worthy, that you are enough just the way you are. You don't have to do anything or change anything or prove anything to anyone. You are already amazing, worthy, and enough just the way you are. Now, the tricky part with that is we're often told that we're not, or we seem and feel like we're not. And I'm doing my best, and our energizers, all of you and other energizers, are doing their best to share that positive energy out on social media and in real life, to let people know, hey, you are loved, you are appreciated. But we hear these different things. Oh, do this, and that'll help you feel whole and complete. And oh, go do this XYZ thing. And you've tried a bunch of those things, right? You've tried a bunch of those different modalities, and I'm not here to knock any of them, but a lot of the times they're just band-aids, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But before we hop in, I'm going to share my screen here real quick because I got a couple fun things to say. We're going to have some slides here. So hopefully you can see the slides just fine. Can you give me a thumbs up? Make sure you can see the slides. Good, we're ready to rock and roll. Awesome, thank you. So this is me, obviously, in the wild hair and hat, and that's my beautiful wife, Katie.
Yeah.
We were both teachers. I was a middle school and high school choir director for 9 years, and Katie was a fourth and fifth grade teacher for 12 years. We love helping people learn and grow, and so what happened is 5 years ago, I retired from teaching. I felt called to do more, and I'll share a little bit of that story today. But I felt called to do more, so I shifted from teaching in the classroom to teaching on stages, although stages look a little different now after COVID, right? And Zoom rooms more often. But we're here with all of you. So you're not tired of being drained. And I'm on a goal, a big mission. I'm on this mission, and we are, Katie and I, to create 100 energy masters, people who lead their lives with clarity, confidence, and purpose by the end of this year. So we set this big goal. We want to help people. We want to energize the world. So that's what we're working to create, 100 energy masters who lead their lives with clarity, confidence, and purpose. So just a quick preview here of what we are creating. Count me in, says Courtney. Yes, let's make it happen. Love it, love it, love it. So, three things we're going to cover in tonight's masterclass. The first thing is why traditional self-care hasn't worked for you. And we're going to back it up with some science and strategies with you for that. And then two, what's really draining your light, your energy, your spark, so that you can understand it and then do something about it, right? Awareness is that first step. So let's make you aware of it so then we can do something about it. And then the third thing is we're going to unlock and look at that new path so that you can be shining bright. You can use those tools and strategies in a way that actually works for you. So that's what we're discussing tonight. Mandy says, let's go. Love it. I
Let's
get
go.
excited. Yeah, let's go. I get excited. John has been to a couple of our events before, and Charity, you've been in a couple of our different things. I get excited and I talk fast. So if you're like, slow down, say that again, go for it. Like you could raise your hand or drop it in the comments. I try to check comments and repeat it as best I can, but I get excited. That's all I can say is I get excited about the things. I'm going to say something bold real quick. And that is if you've been doing all the right things, but you're still feeling drained, the problem isn't you. You might be doing all the right things, but you're still feeling drained. It's problem's not you, it's your energy systems. your energy systems. We haven't been taught how to have a proper energy system. We're trying to use this old system that's not working, and that's why things are off. So know that you're not the only one if you feel that way. I mean, look, we have people here. We had 20 people sign up for this master class. You're not the only one, and we could talk to people. You can look at my post on Facebook when I said, "Hey, when you say you're fine to the world, but your body and mind is screaming, 'No, I'm not, right? I'm not fine.'" That post blew up with comments. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Some of you commented on that post as well. So thank you. I appreciate you being so open and honest about it. And so, no, it's not just you. We're here together. So take a moment and give yourself some love, some grace, and let's do something about it. Let's start becoming these energy masters, right? We are all pretenders. We all are in so many ways, right? We put on all these faces and facades saying we're good to the world, yet we're crumbling inside. And what I love about our energizers is we start removing those walls, those facades, and get to be real in a safe place where we're not judged. We are supported. Expose the mask and take it off. John says, love the excitement. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. So let's go back here to the screen. So we're on this mission to create that. And so let's look forward. So what are the tools that aren't working for you? At least not working long term. Now, these are just a handful of the tools that I've noticed don't work long term. And you may disagree with me. And if you disagree with me, that's okay. Feel free to. But some of them are journaling, breath work, walking, meditating, lifting weights, sleep. I'm curious, what are some of the things you have tried? Drop them in the comments of things you have tried to get your energy back or things you've taught like, hey, this is the answer. Go do this thing. Drop it in the comments and share that with us. I would love to hear. Because I'll be honest, I've done some of these things and I still do them, but I have a different system for them. It's not so much that these are bad. I'm not going to call it anyone because don't get me wrong, I love breath work. It's there for a great purpose reason. Same with journaling. But I want to be really, really crystal clear about this. These are just pieces of a bigger puzzle. They are pieces in this puzzle of your energy that they say, hey, this is it. And it's a piece. You're like, great. It's like giving you a paddle for the entire kayak when you don't have the kayak, right? Or here's a carburetor or a tire for your car, and there's no car to go with it. That's what's happening. You get all these pieces together, and you're like, I can make it work here. I can make it work here. That's because they're not giving you the system. And so that's what we're going to talking about and working through. So maybe you sleep for 8 hours, right? You get the full amount of adult sleep if you're lucky to get that, but you still wake up feeling heavy. Maybe you say yes to some things out of habit. You're like, yep, I'll do that, right? It's force a habit for you. People pleasing. Yes, I'll do that. Only to resent it or feel resentful 10 minutes later. Or if you're like me, like sometimes seconds later, you're like, why did I just say that? Oh, I just committed to something I didn't want to do. Or you crave alone time, and when you finally get it, eh, it doesn't do much. You don't feel rested. You don't feel full afterwards. And you're not recharged, at least not the way you hoped. Here's why. We don't rise to our goals. We fall to our systems. We set these goals for ourselves. We set these things for ourselves, which is great. And sometimes that helps us push. But when the going gets tough and life happens, all the chaos happens, we fall to our systems. And the issue is we fall to systems that are out of date, that are broken, that don't serve us. I'll share two quick stories with y'all. Hello to everyone who hopped in and joined us. Johnny and Gary, great to have you here. Welcome, welcome. So we dropped to our systems. I'll share two stories. I was teaching middle school and high school choir for a couple years at this point. And I remember I got in my car and started driving to school. Great. I'm going, thinking about the stuff I had to do in class, whatever. And all of a sudden, I'm pulling into the parking lot at school. Okay, that's not an issue, right? That's my destination after all. The issue is I don't remember how I got there, right? So like I drove the 30-minute commute. Okay, did I turn left? Did I turn right when I was supposed to? Did I go through that small town? I mean, I must have because I'm here at school, but I don't remember it. My mind just went on cruise control and autopilot, and just took over, which isn't a bad thing. At times, our body does that to help us conserve energy to keep us alive and do all the things it needs to do. But it's kind of scary when you're doing however fast, 70 miles an hour down a highway, and all of a sudden you're like, how did I churn over here? How many of us live life on autopilot like that? Thank you for commenting more rest, better sleep, meditation, yoga, bad coping habits. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing those. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that was me on autopilot when I was teaching. I was already a couple years into it. I've driven that route hundreds of times. I just went on autopilot. Well, then I didn't know any better. That was just life. I just kept being on autopilot, staying on cruise control, kept going, kept going, kept going. Well, I changed jobs and kept being on autopilot. And I remember this one day, I woke up on the wrong side of bed. I was just angry. There was nothing crazy that happened the night before or that morning. I just woke up pissed off, right? Like just mad at the world. It happens. I see Gary shaking his head like, yeah, yeah, that happens, right? We wake up that way at times. And so I went to work. Someone cut me off in traffic. Like, God, that flipping a-hole, and do my best not to swear as much as I usually do. But like just pissing me off as I'm getting to work. And so then I go to work and then I'm complaining about it to the other people there. And the kids are just annoying as all get out, right? The questions they ask, I'm like, why are you asking the question? You know the answer to this. Everything just seemed to be annoying me left and right and pissing me off more and more and more. When finally we got to lunchtime, I was so thankful for lunch because I could close my office door and I did one of these. Took a deep breath and I'm like, thank God I'm not around them. And that's when it hit me. It's not them. They're not the issue. I was. I was letting all these little things get to me. And this crazy part is I was already doing personal growth now for a while. I had some of the tools. I knew meditation. I was doing breath work. So what did I do? As soon as I realized, I became aware of, oh, I'm letting all these little things in life bottle me up and get me angry and pissed off. Well, okay, I have a half hour for lunch, right? Probably 28 minutes at this point for lunchtime left. Okay, well, let me meditate. Let me breathe. Did it help? Yeah, the rest of the day was better, but it wasn't great. And the next day it was still low, and had to slowly work my way out of it. Well, I kept doing what I did on autopilot, taking these tools that I've learned, and it just gave me like little spikes of positive energy and help along the way. And then I was reading a book, The Energy Bus by John Gordon. Highly recommend it. If you haven't read it, please do. Awesome book, quick read. The Energy Bus by John Gordon. Any case, as I'm reading it, this thought hit me like a lightning bolt. And that was, I'm not tired, I'm being drained. Hence why we're here for this masterclass, right? Because it struck me so hard. Oh, I'm being drained by all these different people, places, and things, these energy vampires, these energy leaks, energy drains in our life. And so I started to dig into it and really see, okay, what's draining me and also what's filling me up. And then, okay, I started making lists of different things. When you signed up for this masterclass, you received a PDF, at least hopefully you did, of the top 10 hidden energy vampires. If you haven't taken a look at that, take a look at that. I share individual or different energy vampires, people, places, and things that drain you. And you also have access to a course, or you can get access to a course that shows you the 18 categories. There's 18 categories of energy vampires as a whole. Well, I wanted to share some here so at least you can spot some in your life and know you can go deeper with those, the PDF and the course if you want. The four most common energy leaks that we see that we experience, but oftentimes we don't see, it's the unspoken resentment, the anger, the frustration we have towards other people, towards ourselves. And I'm not necessarily saying we have to speak that resentment, but we have to get it out. Instead of harboring it and holding it within, we have to release it. Chronic people pleasing. I'm going to admit I'm a recovering people pleaser. I struggle with it. I would say yes, left and right until my schedule was way too full, overly full, and I was doing half-assed work for something that I could do better, but I was so stressed out, and I just wanted people to like me. I just wanted people to see me for me, and so I said yes to almost everything, whether I wanted to do it or not. Third common energy leak is mental clutter, an indecision loop. So mental clutter, you have all these different things going around your brain. I don't know about you. Sometimes I start replaying, oh, I have to do this. I have this thing to do. I got this thing to do. I got this thing to do. Oh, I can't forget that thing. And then it goes on repeat and it's overwhelming. That's why I take a sheet of paper and I'll write down everything. Sometimes it's five things that seems like 100. Sometimes it's 10 things or 20. It doesn't matter. At least it gets out from here of my brain and into or onto a sheet of paper. And then the indecision loops. Well, should I say that? Shouldn't I do this? Should we go out to dinner? Shouldn't we go out to dinner? Should I say that to that person? I don't know. Just a constant indecision is draining your energy. Right? These are all energy vampires, aka energy leaks, whatever you choose to call them. They're still those things. Sorry, Barnabas wants to go out. The fourth one is a high alert environment. So, what are high alert environments? High alert environments are things that don't let you come out of that. We gotta be ready, gotta be on the go, gotta be set, ready to rock and roll. I think of an extreme example of this would be when I was teaching, I would take kids on different trips all around the country, right, to competitions, whatnot. I had to be on 24/7 if the kids needed something, even when they were sleeping. I might have got like 4 hours of sleep, maybe, but even then it wasn't great sleep because I was trying to be on all the time for them. How many times are we set up like that at home? Are we checking social media all the time? We have to be there for our family. We don't have any down. You don't have downtime for you to take care of yourself. These are four of the common energy leaks, and I share more obviously in that PDF. I want to make sure I get to comments, make sure I don't miss anything. Love swimming. Autopilot feels like my life, says John. I hear that. That was me for many years. That's middle school students, right? They're drains like that at times. Send love to Road Rager, says Mandy. Great. Prob's wrong. Yep. Energy bus. Love it. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, Bernil, for being here. Everyone, love it. Awesome. Um, just making sure I've answered all the things as we can as we're cruising through. So, energy leaks. Interesting things. We don't rise to our goals, we fall to our systems. If these energy leaks are draining you, your system's not doing well. It's creating, and then you add these like, oh, let me stop sharing real quick here. It's like you're riding this roller coaster. Hey, I'm here. This is where I'm at. Something good happened. Something bad happened. Something good happened. And these energy leaks don't allow your cup to be full. So you're riding this roller coaster of high emotions, and you're like, okay, I'm going to do these little things for me. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to, whatever those things are, swimming. Great. Those are beautiful things. But they're just putting a band-aid on the symptom, the cause of a broken system, as opposed to giving you a new system or showing you how to repair that system, right? So the way I look at it is you have this beautiful cup, this cup that lives inside you that holds your energy. And now your cup, it is beautiful. But over the years, these energy vampires, energy drains have poked holes in your cup. They've stuck straws in there and they are draining you, whether you realize it. Some of them we realize, a lot of them we don't. They're sneaky buggers who just drain us left and right. That's the first step of this mastery, right? So we talked about we want to help 100 energy masters, create 100 energy masters this year. Well, the way we do that is through going through a whole approach to it. Let me share my screen again. I'm going back and forth here because I like seeing you. I like seeing you all, not just on a little side screen on my computer. So here's a pathway to master your energy sovereignty, to be an energy master, is going through these 4 levels. The first level is the energy leaks and energy vampires. We talked about 4 of them, and we covered more in the PDFs and all that. But it's recognizing and vanquishing those energy vampires that are draining you. We all have some common ones, some that happen to all of us. Some are specific to you. And there's actually villains that cause these, like the hourglass villain. The person says, you're too old, you're too whatever, you're too dumb, you're too fat, you're too lazy, you're too whatever. Right? There's 9 different villains that we've noticed a lot of our energizers struggle with. There are these vampires, these leaks. We can come up with all the fun names draining you. So first we need to recognize them, become aware, and then learn the tools and strategies to vanquish them and start vanquishing them right then and there. The interesting thing is, a lot of the energy vampires are internal and external. External ones are people, places, some things. Internal are your thoughts, that inner critic, the inner belief systems that you have. These are sneakers. Sometimes we don't recognize them. So we have to learn to rewire our mindset. Well, with neuroplasticity, words are hard, that we can rewire our brain, which is an amazing thing. Now, we are programmed to look for the negatives. It's a way that we are born so that we could survive. It looks for threats, it looks for danger. That's great. And you've been doing that for all the years you've been alive, and maybe you started switching it a little bit. But for the vast majority of us, we've lived the vast majority of our life in that negative pathway. That's a really, really strong neural pathway that you've created because every time you have that negative thought, you're reinforcing it, reinforcing it, reinforcing it, reinforcing it instead of the positives. And now what we do is we learn to rewire the brain. We use the hacks and systems to make it happen faster. It still takes some time and work, takes some guidance and support, but now you can rewire your mindset. So now those energy vampires become less and less and less of an issue because you're not traveling down that road anymore. They're not trying to zap your energy because you're going down another pathway. And so you rewire your mindset so they become less and less of an issue till they're not an issue. So you rewire your brain to have a positive, abundant mindset so it serves you and supports you. Well, that's great. Now we're on the right pathway, but you're still introduced to many opportunities, many different things happening in your life. And that's when we need alignment. Because, okay, you got your cup. You've healed your cup. And when you vanquish those energy vampires and you start rewiring your mindset, you pull those energy vampires out. You've healed your cup. Great. And you're starting to pour beautiful energy into it, which is great. So now it's not going from 0 to maybe 100, depending how many leaks are in it. Now we can start filling up more. So we got to make sure that the stuff going into it is healthy, that it's not toxic, that it's supporting you and helping you be at your best. So that means aligning opportunities, people, things, everything with your values, with your vision, with your priorities, with your purpose. We have a priority compass that we teach to help you align all the different things in your life and have a system, an approach to be like, oh, cool, these are aligned, right? Oh, this is aligned, this isn't aligned. This is in, this is in, this is out. My hands don't know what my words are saying apparently, but this is in, this is out. So having a clear-cut structure for it. And then, all right, now we're pouring the beautiful energy and your cup starts to overflow. So instead of going, oh, I'm drained. Oh, yeah, I'm full. Oh, I'm drained. Oh, I'm full. Now it's overflowing. It's at 110% the whole time. So now you could radiate, you could shine your light and be intentional about where you're directing it. And when our energizers do this, they're showing up authentically. They're confident in who they are. They're living purposely and confidently as you, not as anybody else. There's no mask, no facades, none of that stuff. You're showing up as you and shining bright. That's what energy mastery looks like. It looks like this pathway and people living it now. I want to be totally upfront. Stop the share. Thank you. I want to be upfront. That pathway, it's a rinse and repeat cycle. We all go through it. Right? Berniel's been through our boot camp before. She's been through this structure. She's an energy master already, which is amazing because she's been through this. And she'll tell you, I'll tell you, it's a rinse and repeat because guess what? There's still energy vampires out there. There's still new things that come up. Even just last week, I realized, oh, it's an internal energy vampire. Let me look into that, pull the strings, vanquish it, and go through that process. But once you have a system like that, now you can go, oh, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is it to help you. Making sure comments here and we'll bounce back. Surrendering is a huge part in of this, in my opinion, 100%. If we're trying to hold on to those old identities, those old things, that's just going to keep us in those old neural pathways and that old programming. Going to hold you back. It's like your computer, right? You have a computer from 2000. That program probably hasn't worked unless you've upgraded it, right? Your programming happened to you between your ages of 0 and 7. There's been some things that have come since, yes, to a degree, but the vast majority of it was programmed when you're born through 7 to 8 years old. Now's your chance to rewire it. And some of you already have started that, which is amazing. And keep doing it. Have the structure so it's not just these random pieces, these puzzle pieces that you're trying to make into a puzzle to actually fit all together, to live that balanced life. All right, so we'll go back here and where are we? We're here. Okay. Here's a gap that many people stay in. And I say many people. This is a vast majority of the 8 billion people on Earth. Most people stay stuck in that loop. well, life happens to me. It's a bear. I just struggle. I'm just in this constant loop. Well, this happened and now I'm struggling. Well, this happened and now this. Oh, something good happened, yay! But they're in no control. They're just letting life happen to them. They think, okay, I want to get ahead, so I'm going to try harder. I'm going to do more. I don't know about you. I've fallen into that. Well, to be happier, I'm just going to write more and more gratitudes. I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. I'm gonna, I don't know, like do the 10x idea of just go in and do more, 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 and more, and more, and more. To me, and what I noticed with a lot of our energizers, that leads to burnout, to frustration, to anger, to resentment, to hating ourselves. And that's for me, I don't want to live that way. I see this with people who, and no judgment because I was this person, go from podcast to podcast, from book to book, this strategy to this strategy. Well, this should work. Well, this should work. Well, this should work. I know a lot of our energizers have tried those things and it's exhausting. And you're just like, oh, sweet Lord, I hope this next thing is it because I'm sick and tired of trying the next thing. And okay, I'm gonna say it from the rooftops. Like I think our thing is truly the thing because we're not just teaching you, we teach you some tools and strategies that you can use, but it's actually giving you a structure and framework to help you along the way. All right. So here's some things that what energy masters do. They upgrade their energy systems. They don't just stick with the old program. They actually upgrade them and intentionally upgrade them. They get real-time support and guidance. They have a clear pathway for accountability and support, right? You're not stuck in your old systems anymore. You have the support, the guidance, the people around you, because we can go farther together and we can go, in my opinion, we can go faster together because we're in this together. Energy masters, they don't guess. They have proven systems and frameworks that help them. They're guided, they're supported. Ooh, they, well, they're done apologizing for wanting to shine their light. How many times have you apologized for being you? Hell, I'm gonna be honest. I said sorry to someone on a text today, and after I said it, I'm like, why the hell did I say that? I didn't need to. I'm still learning and growing through it. Like, I understand the systems, I'm implementing it, but I still catch myself at times. That's what we do. We catch ourselves up. Oh, cool. Now I notice. Now I'm going to adjust it. I just like being real and upfront about it, right? Like we're all learning this together. We have the system, and I've done it. I've implemented it. I've gotten a ton better over the years, but we're still rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. To be an energy master to help you on this process, we put together this energy nexus transformation that walks you through those four phases. Um, I'll just share what it looks like here. Stop share so you can see me more. Um, Not that you want to see this crazy hair today, but that's what you got. So see, self-deprecating, that's one thing I got to work on too. I'd be silly about it, but it's something I'm working on, just to be upfront. One of those things that I've been working on for, well, 5 years that I've realized it now, but it's so deeply ingrained in me for 30 plus years. Working on it. Any case, energy nexus. To go through those four levels, I just want to level with y'all. It's we help you out by a 12-month system. You have monthly accountability calls. You have monthly trainings, monthly small group coaching sessions. Now, there's coaching programs and different things out there that meet weekly, and those are beautiful. But I don't know about you. My life is kind of crazy busy, and those weekly ones can be hard for me to attend all the time. Like it's great and I love it. It just can be a lot. So what we do is we combine the training in the small group to one day, and then the accountability is like 2 weeks after. So we're essentially getting together twice a month to learn, to grow, to hold each other accountable. Plus, with the Energy Nexus, you get access to our boot camps, where it's a 6-week program that we teach you the structure, the framework of going through that, all the tools and strategies. So you get that in 6 weeks, start implementing it, and then you have the 12 months to make sure to reinforce it to help you, to coach you and guide you. You get one-on-one coaching. What else you get? You get events, tickets to our events. You get tickets to our summit. So it's this all-in package like, here, let's do this together for a year so that you are ready to shine bright. People who have been in it said this isn't just rah-rah energy for them. They finally feel like themselves again. And someone else said having the framework and tools has helped a ton because now they could confidently be them again. Holy crap. Like to me, that's awesome. Like if I could just be me, there's so many years I was somebody else, I could finally be me. So if you're interested, and only if you're interested. If you're like, hey, this sounds interested, I want to see if this aligns with me. Like if that works great, we have other things. You could just do the boot camp or other things too. We could talk about that. If you're like, oh, I want to, I want to be an energy master, right? I want to shine my light as bright as possible. Well, come join us. So let me move on. All you have to do, you could scan that link if you want. All right, you're done being fine. You've done fine long enough. Now let's figure out what thriving really looks like for you. So you can scan that, book your call. I'll also send an email with all that stuff in there. I'll leave that up for just a little bit more. I'll just drop the link in the chat. Okay, I'll stop the share. Let me drop the link in the chat so you can book a call with me. And again, I like being super open and transparent. I'm not looking for clients. I'm looking for people who want to be energy masters. And to be clear about the call, it's not a coaching session. This is not a pitch fest. I've been on those calls where you're like, oh, cool, come get this. And they're just like pitch, 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 pitch. Yeah, no. Those of you who have joined us for other things, you know that's not me. I want to have a clarity call with you to see, okay, where are you on this pathway? Does this fit? If it does, great. We'll say it does, and I'll suggest it, and then we can see what that looks like. If it doesn't, cool, then it doesn't. But then we got clarity on it. You know what to do next, right? We're just there to have a real conversation and help you transform. It's 30 minutes. Hop on a call, enjoy it. What if those 30 minutes can change the trajectory of your life? Think about what you've been doing. The vast majority of people are in that loop. You're not part of the vast majority already because you're here. You're like, hey, I want to do something different. Most of you have tried other things and maybe found some success with other things. Awesome. So you're not part of that overall percentage, but you're part of that smaller percentage that goes, this isn't it. There's something else. What would the next 6 months look like if you kept that up? What about the next year? How would your relationships, how would your energy feel? In next 4th of July, how would you be? What if that changed in a year? In next July, you were an energy master. You were shining bright, being you. All I ask is just let's have a conversation and see if that aligns. So I'll end with this and we open up to questions and thoughts or anything y'all have. No matter what you choose, no, you're not broken. You're beautiful. You're carrying something that isn't yours to carry. It's time to put it down and be you and shine bright because you are amazing. You are worthy. You are enough just the way you are. You've got all these pieces. Now let's put the pieces together in a puzzle that makes sense so you can continue to shine bright. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I'll end the recording.